Hello everybody, and welcome to lucky number 13 of this lovely show called the Domicile Diaries with me, Donnie Lewis. Thank you all for joining me, and I do appreciate all of you following along that do and sharing it to whomever you think it might benefit. That's awesome. I appreciate that. And without further ado, I'm going to get into the things that have sparked my imagination this week. I hope that your imaginations have been tickled, sparked, fancied, blown up, run with, gone wild, had fun, or maybe you just enjoyed it or not, I don't know. But there's the reason why I wanted to talk about imagination, and this is what I'm thinking of when I think about imagination and why it strikes me as so important, because human beings communicate with one another. And the only way we can understand someone is from what they say and what they do and what their actions are. But we don't know what their motivations are. We don't know what's behind them. We don't know what's driving them. We don't know what their thoughts are inside their head. We don't know what their feelings are inside their heart. And we can't. Anytime you think you do, that's your imagination at work. Because the only person that you can know to that degree of certainty is yourself. And you should. And it takes a lot of work even to know yourself, as we're all aware of, right? That learning what it is, the whys and the whos and wheres and whats and emotions and everything else that goes into all of the decisions that we all make every day about every little thing, are all informed from something, and knowing ourselves is already a huge task. And I don't care if it is your child or your partner of the last 75 years or your parents or your best friend. No matter how well you think you know somebody, no matter how well you think you understand somebody, you don't know exactly what's in their head, what exactly is in their heart, how exactly they are feeling, even when they try to communicate it with you. You can get pretty close, but that's as good as you can get. Thinking that you know is your imagination at work. And this is not a problem normally, right? In all of the scenarios that I just gave you, with your parents or with your kids or with your partner or your best friend, close is normally good enough. But what about everyone else? What about making assumptions from the guy in the car that had a bad day that just cut you off? And you thinking, ooh, what a jerk, and labeling that instantaneously, and judging and putting those things out there in this way, and drawing conclusions about someone based upon a certain behavior or a certain thing that they may have done too quickly. And our imagination is that this person is that, and therefore they've done this, they're this way. But that's probably not true. So it can lead us to these false assumptions and these false ideas about other things, and it can make us more judgmental if we don't allow ourselves to really be aware of it and to try within ourselves to let that go and know that that is our imagination at work. And our imagination is wonderful. It's a fantastic thing. That is one of the things that helps us create, it helps us motivate, it helps us move, it helps us try to communicate better and communicate in all kinds of different ways. For instance, through art or films and any type of avenue, through our emails and all of our body language that tells everybody so much about us. It allows us to help communicate. But it can be taken a little too far when we allow our imaginations to run away with us and make references and assumptions about other people, right? So that's what I've been thinking about with imagination this week. It's what keeps running through my head with it all, and why I think that it's important to maybe look at imagination in different ways. Find something behind it. See where it is. So I'm going to imagine all of you being safe, being healthy, and certainly being happy. And I hope that's the case. I'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.